Okay, this is part 2 on how to mount your sofa table. So the first thing with your top here is that the screws that we use for these are slightly bigger than normal Phillips head screws. So the one on the right is a normal Phillips head screw, and the one on the left is slightly bigger. It's a size P3 or a Phillips 3, or PH3 sometimes it's called. So that size is slightly bigger, but you can use the one on the right, but if you do, just be careful just to make sure you don't strip the screws out rather. So when I ascend each table, I outline where the flange goes to make for easy mounting. And once you screw in your legs and you go to mount it, if these holes don't line up just right, you'll just need to rotate the flange slightly just to line up with the screws, with the screw holes. So that's fairly straightforward. Once you're done with that, you'll have your table fully mounted. So it can be slightly unlevel sometimes if you didn't get the first pieces just right, or sometimes your floor might be slightly irregular and uneven, and it can cause it to not sit perfectly flat. If that happens, no worries, and you can keep this trick in mind for later on down the road if it ever gets out of whack a little bit. So this one's sitting perfectly flat, but if it's wobbling, one of these front corners will push down. So for instance, if this side was high and this was pushing down and making it wobble, the trick to it here is to apply pressure here and apply pressure underneath the other side. So you apply pressure to the side that's high, and you apply pressure to the side that is sitting flat, and I usually use my arm, but you can use a broomstick or a pipe or whatever's handy, but it doesn't take a whole lot of pressure to adjust this right here. So small adjustments are necessary, but it's fairly easy to do. Just pressure on the high side down, and the other side slight pressure up, and again small adjustments. So to recap, the most important pieces to remember to get this just right and flush is to use the legs that are designated for that table, the tabletop, and number 2 is to make sure this piece here, this assembly here, is completely flush and flat to begin with. Number 3 is to make sure your verticals here are as close to 90 degrees from the surface as possible. And number 4 is to make sure your height is the same. So that should be it. And if you have any questions or any other problems, I'm always available. Just shoot me a message, give me a call, email me. Thank you so much for your purchase. I enjoy what I do, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoy making it. Thank you.